Last week, we talked about the silence. Did anybody take that in and meditate and try to go into that deep space within you? Okay. This is where we have our dreams, our desires, and we feel them and we set them aside. And then we move into that deep, deep silence and we allow a surrender to God. We allow a surrender to Spirit so we can begin to feel the greater, to feel the unlimited nature, to feel our oneness with Spirit. So the oneness with God, which is beyond our thoughts, it's beyond our dreams and desires. It is greater than. But still, we have those dreams and desires, don't we? We open our eyes, get about our business, and start doing that. All right. In this first step, we are saying yes to the dream and yes to the dream in God's way. And that's what we were experiencing last week. We know the seed inside us is reflecting something that wants to grow. So we say yes to the bloom that brings a God design rather than our own. That was step one. And after each of these meditations, the world will look different, won't it? You'll be filled with light and energy, and you'll have this gracious spirit in your heart, and things will be more interesting, and you'll be more kind and less judging and more flowing with the world.
Is that the way it works?
It is. It is the way it works for a minute, Bonnie. For a minute, we're feeling enlightened. We love the world. We love everybody. Don't you love everybody when you come to church? You're enlightened. And then you go home and dang, that thing happened again. And how many times do I have to deal with this? And you, by the way. Yes. So, but because we vibrate differently, our world will start shifting. And it'll start shifting even if you only held it for an hour. You've put out a new vibration. It's not going to not produce for you. So the more we go into the energy, the more we put the vibration out, the more it will return to us. But we are human and we're still dealing with things. And Spirit said, you're still the vessel through which your dream will come, which means your vessel needs to get clearer. So today we're talking about potential. So how do we increase the ability within our vessel to hold the frequency longer? And by vessel, I mean your construct, your mind, thoughts, emotions, the construct of who you are. Your consciousness is your functioning level of awareness. So it's a combination of all that you experience. Do you understand? If I harbor resentment and anger about anything, and I'm loving you guys today, and it's fabulous, well, that's still there in me. See, so we still need to clean the vessel. I got to go to that closet and clean it out if I'm going to have greater and greater love sustained within me. Because I can't have love fully sustained within me when I'm mad at somebody over here. Because that's not love. Is this simple understanding everybody get? Yeah. Everybody got it? Because you're not going to go forward with me if you don't get it. Say, I got it. Okay. Hope you guys got it. All right. The universe always reflects you. You can see your level of consciousness by what's happening in the world around you, and you can see what you're working on by what's happening in the world around you. You know, you have these challenges that are coming up. That's something you need to work on. You know, you have blessings over here. Oh, look, you're ready to receive. So it's all about what is our composite energy doing that allows us to receive and begin to fulfill our potential. So the universe will reflect you, but it also will inspire you. You just be walking around, you'll get, oh, that's cool. I'd like to do that. Oh, that's amazing. And those little moments of inspiration are when the universe taps right into your spirit and goes, bing. Hey, you've got this, bing. Inspiration means I'm stimulating something that already lies within you. Right? I'm now inspired. And you may say, well, I never thought that before. Well, maybe you didn't. Doesn't mean it wasn't inside you. It's inspiring, inspiration. The universe is inspiring you to quicken and awaken to something that's already there. So, in order for us to say yes to it, we have to have our vessel clear, our consciousness. So what is potential? Potential is patterns that you brought in this lifetime to fulfill or express. You brought the potential within you when you were born. You brought it with you. Are you prepared to experience the greater? This you have to say yes to. Okay, I got one yes. All right. The ingredients of our expansion are already there. The parameters of how you need to expand are already there because they're part of your construct. They're a part of what you created for this lifetime. The ingredients are there. You know, Have you ever started to bake cake and you don't have flour? Andre is our only baker here. But it's, yeah. Yeah. But we always make sure we've got all the ingredients, put them all on the counter, and then we make. The ingredients for what you have potential to express, be, and do are already on the counter. It's for us to say yes to those moments when we're ready to actually step into that expression. So the problem with potential is that you did not control the manifestation consciously in this lifetime. It's like a little nagging thing at you. Hey, you could, and you're like, no, I have no reference for that. No, I was not taught that. I can't control that. I didn't control those ingredients getting put in the kitchen. Somebody put those in there for me. So the fact that you can't control it means you're a little bit reticent about it. You're a little bit standoffish, like, I don't know who's doing it, but it's not me. Do you hear? This is your relationship with your potential. I don't know what the universe is saying, but it's not me. Let me just step back for a second. And remember, the universe is reflecting you and inspiring you. So it is about you, isn't it? It's always about us. When we feel that it is out of our ability to control it, we tend to not want to consider it. Potential becomes too much to consider. Doesn't that sound funny? My potential is just too much to think about, too much to consider. Ugh. So we all have these thoughts because potential in our mind literally means that which I'm already capable of but not doing. So don't you hate it when someone says you're not living to your potential? Do you know how many couples I marry and I do not edit their relationship? But oftentimes I love him because of his potential. It's like, girl, you're going to have to live with him as he is. That potential may not show up for years. So if you don't love him for who he is today, we're going to have a little bit of a problem. We tend to look at people and we create relationships, especially romantic, about potential instead of about reality. Do you understand? Okay. And we do not like it when someone says, you are not living up to your potential, especially children. You're not living up to your potential. They go, screw potential. You know, I don't like that you don't see who I am right now. I don't like that you're not looking at me. So it's a very tricksy space, isn't it? It's kind of tricky. When we look at the human perception, it's what we are capable of and not doing. But if we look at the spiritual definition, it is what we brought down to eventually express. Where do you want to land? Let's try to do the spiritual one. What we brought down, and it's not yet manifesting, or we have not yet reached it. So, Spirit was reminding me about how we treat our children. And I know we treat our children differently than we were treated. Like, little child comes up, hey, can I drive your car? 8-year-old. Absolutely, when you're 16. When you are 16 years old, I will take you driving and you may drive my car. Do you see? They're trying to live in their potential of being a driver. They're living in their potential of being a teenager. They're living in their potential. They're acknowledging it. But in the olden days, the parent would say, oh, no, and who do you think you are? And why are you even thinking that way? You're 8 years old. When we say that to someone, what are we doing but squishing them down into a reality that we're telling them they will not grow from? Okay. So children will say, I want this, I want that. And I remember when David was little, he was literally 2.5. And I had just gone through a divorce, and I was living with a friend, and every bit of my home was in his garage. All of it. My home is, did you know your home can fit in someone's garage? It does. I'm busy, I'm showering, I'm trying to get ready for work or something, and my little toddler comes in. He was on the money, fully functioning, fully verbal, fully everything. And he goes, hey, Mommy, could you get my basketball? And I just lost it. Because his basketball, I said, honey, it's up in the closet, it's high. Someone put it up too high, and I went, manifest it. I snapped at him. I said, manifest it. And he, of course, he was used to me talking to him that way. So I'm doing my hair, and he comes back in with the ball in his hands. I said, what did you do? He goes, when the fellow we were living with was Billy, he goes, well, Billy came home, got it down, and left. He wasn't even home. It was just me and David. But the guy came in, got David's ball, and left. Okay, David, good manifesting. Do you see? What if we treated ourselves that way with our own dreams and desires? What if we said, yeah, I can't get that yet, but God, I need someone to help me get that? What if we said, yeah, I can't drive that yet, but God, grow me to where I can drive that? What if we did that to us? How encouraged would we be to become greater? Do you all hear me? Okay. We expect our children to be us, don't we? But do we expect us to be the Christ? Do we expect us to grow to our full potential? So, potential growth is about allowing the idea to be fed and about timing to be allowed as well. Sometimes it's not instant. Sometimes it takes a moment. I know with my little granddaughter, 2 and a half, and she liked to color. Mom colored with her all the time. I'd color with her, and she's an Aries with a Leo ascendant, so she's a fireball. Big heart, though. She would crayon. Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Next one. And then one day, she's 2 and a half, 3 maybe. I'm with her, and she is coloring beautifully in the lines. It's amazing. It's like it's like coloring like perfect. Taking her time, different colors. I said, my goodness, Hazel, that's awesome. She just kept coloring. Okay, next one. She was realizing her potential, but not ready to reveal it totally. She was realizing her potential, but not ready to live in it completely. Do you hear? This is what we do to ourselves. When we start to be open to maybe something new or different, we start to be open to it. It's like, I'm open to that. We might taste test it, but then we go back to the scribbles. We go back to what's familiar. Because if we show somebody what we're capable of doing, I don't know. I always have people go back to when you're 8 years old. When you're 8 years old, you're pretty magical. We're on 8 today, aren't we? What did you want to do when you were 8 years old? What did you want to be? What did you want to dream? What did you think this world was going to be about for you? When you get to be a teenager, it goes, at 8, you still believe it's possible. So I ask everybody to go back there and just think about it. Some people in our congregation today, out there as well, some of you, when you were 8 years old, really loved music. You might have even been a Cindy. You might have locked yourself in the room and just sang and sang and sang for hours and hours and hours. When is she coming out? We don't know. Maybe you loved music. Maybe you're afraid to say, I think I want to sing again. But if I say it at church, Cindy's going to ask me to be in the metaphysics of Christmas. And my answer is yes, I will. And maybe you wanted to act. Maybe you put on little plays. But again, if I say it at church, Cindy's going to ask me to be in one of her silly plays. And yes, I will. But the reality is, guess what you get to say? You get to say yes or no. The universe will bring to you opportunities right where you are once you embrace a potential. So if you're going to embrace the potential of singing right where you are in this congregation today, I have opportunity for you. So the universe opens that door. You can say yes or no. Doesn't matter. You'll leave here. You'll say, no, thank you, Cindy. I'm not doing that. You'll leave here. Guess what? The universe will bring you another opportunity because you're embracing a little bit of maybe I want to do that. You guys with me? And once you taste test it, those doors keep flying open. And you literally have to put your foot down and say, universe, I ain't doing it. And when you do that, what are you doing? Maybe singing is of no consequence to you. You'll never make a buck doing it. Maybe you're just doing it for fun. But if your soul wants to sing, shouldn't you sing? Not if you're singing here, sing somewhere. If your soul wants to sing. It's part of our potential. Our potential is not about becoming an income-generating person. It's not about having people love you and put you on a pedestal. It's about you allowing you to be greater. I say yes to who I can be. The first service we spoke about the silence, and that was about seeing God, right? Now we're talking about seeing me. I'm going to see me. And when I just look at you all, how every single person has their own energy. So every single person will do their own thing, and you'll excel in your own way, and you'll contribute in your own way, and the earth needs us all. What is that saying? No one is as smart as all of us. And we are needed. But if we stay at this level of a vessel, then we can never pull in what we came to do. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, like going from the scribbles to the crayon, to the coloring in the lines, but that's okay. Share a really quick story with you. I waited a long time to be a grandmother, and I've had an interesting life. I love my life, and there have been more mountains than plateaus. And when I found out I was having a granddaughter, and they had given me a little book where I could write down my history. It's in their questions on the earth level. Where were you in the elementary school? And I wrote, okay, I listed all 7 of them that I went to. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll give her all that information. But I wanted her to know me. So I said, and I would say it publicly, I'm going to record my life so she'll know me. I wanted to tell her every spiritual experience I've ever had, everything God ever asked me to do, because I've been on so many missions that nobody knows about. There's not one human person that knows my stories, all of them. You get bits and pieces here and there, but even Patrick doesn't know them all. I wanted Hazel to know her grandmother. I wanted her to know me and be proud of me, to know me. Oh my God, because I might not be around later, you know? So I held her in my arms the minute they brought her home, and I went, oh my God, who are you? And the idea of me telling her anything was gone that fast. Gone. She does not need to know me. I need to know her. What did you bring, baby? Well, who are you? You're the best. Oh my God, and as she reveals something, I'm thrilled with everything that she may or may not do, because she is showing us her spirit growing into her potential. Do you know? And who I am, it's in the Akasha. If anybody wants to read it, they can. You know? I share this with you because somebody is celebrating your potential as I am celebrating hers. Somebody is loving and wanting you to shine as much as I want her to. Well, not to shine in my way, but to show me what you got, girl. You know? Let me celebrate with you. If we all open to celebrating each other's potential, whether we agree with it or not, people, we can open to really owning ours. Does that make sense? We know the biblical thing, eye hath not seen, ear hath not heard, the good that God, the wonders that Father and Mother God has for you. And why have we not seen it or heard it? Because we cannot take it in. Our vessel is full of other things, and we have not risen to our potential yet. And in the Aquarian 162, right as Jesus is leaving, I wanted to read this one to you too. He's talking with his disciples. He says, this is at the Passover supper. He says, there are a multitude of things yet to be said, things that this age cannot comprehend because it cannot receive, because it cannot comprehend. But before the great day of the Lord, all the mysteries will be made known, the mysteries of the soul, of life, of death, of immortality, the oneness of man with every other man and with his God. Do you think we're going to realize that until we start living to our true potential? Do you think we're going to rise to that understanding of every man is our brother, God is in me, if we are denying who we are? Question to think about. Early in his ministry, Jesus spoke in parables. You guys know that. And do you know what he would say in the KJV is, he that hath an ear, let him hear. Which meant, I hope somebody heard me. A parable was something that it's a familiar story that lights up the profound. If you can see it, you'll get the profound. And his disciples said, why do you speak in parables, Jesus? Why not just tell us straight up what you're saying? Because they didn't understand them. Just tell us what you're telling us and quit doing this. He said, my words, like every master's words, are dual in their sense. To you who know the language of the soul, my words have the meaning far too deep for other men to comprehend. The other sense of what I say is all the multitude, what I'm saying the multitude can understand. And these words, the inner words, are food for you. The words I speak in the familiar is food for them. Because he's teaching them to be kind and loving. He's teaching the disciples, go deeper. There's more. So let every man reach out and take what is food for him to receive. Those who have the capacity to understand deeper will. Those who have the capacity not to understand deeper will understand what they can. Now, I share this with you to inspire you. To inspire you. How much more could we understand about our own personal lives? I still get ahas every day. Do you not get ahas every day? I know that there are a few of us, not many, but there are a few of us in this room right now whose age limit would be considered retired, elderly, no longer functioning on the planet. Go ahead and take a hike. You understand? Do we have those thoughts? We do not have those thoughts. We're viable. We're still working. We're here. We're doing it. We are awake to life. And those of us that are still on that side of the line drawn by mankind are creating new businesses, channeling new ideas, writing new books. Do you hear what I'm saying? We have not stopped asking to fulfill potential. There is no day it stops. Right, guys? We are not stopping. Potential is within us all. And if we want to get to the point where we can understand that which has been given to us that no one understands yet, we have to say yes to us. Yes to I see me. Yes to I am available to me. And yes, universe, if I say yes to my potential, I know the ingredients are in the kitchen. I just have to go to the kitchen. I know you've prepared it for me. I just have to go in there. And I can pop back out if I want to. I can do that back and forth if I want to. But at least I can taste it. To have a close walk with Spirit, you have to have a close walk with your spirit. And I think that's what we miss in Christendom. We have to love ourselves. We have to allow ourselves that freedom to be. All right. I see God in me. Let's anchor it in, okay? Let's just breathe. Father, Mother God, I ask that your light and your love engulf us once again. And I would invite each one of you to begin to visualize your own column of light. Just created from your arc field, your divinity, your own column of light. Notice how it vibrates in the color. Allow an image to come to you or a feeling. Just to feel yourself. Feel the love of God pouring into you. And feel the love of God pouring into the very cells of your body. I am God's child. Now I want you to breathe and allow yourself to move gently into your heart center. Imagine, visualize, or feel yourself stepping now into a beautiful garden in your heart. And breathe that energy and just begin to feel the love that is there, the truth that is there, the light that is there. And you can ask your guardian angel to step forward and help, if you choose, or Jesus Christ. Show me what I have already done. See a ball of light now created. See the energy. We don't need the details, just the energy of where you have already achieved and grown in spirit. Just see it. And it's probably amazing, beautiful, and bright. And now show me a ball of light of the potential I brought in this lifetime to express. And allow yourself to sense, visualize, feel. And both lights are beautiful. They're perfect. If you choose, you may merge your life into the potential life if you choose. If not, just enjoy them for a moment. And those of you that are ready, I want you to see the ball of light of your life as is, and let's lift it up into the ball of potential. I am ready to embrace the greater that I am capable of sharing with the world. I am ready to see myself in truth. Breathe it in. And allow your focus just to come back to the garden. Let all the lights go. We're just going to look at the garden for a moment. Whether you merge doors or not, you have seen your potential. This garden in my heart is the holy space of my life. Father, Mother God, I am so grateful. I thank you that I have this space to come, to touch you, and to touch myself. Feel your love. Let your guardian or Jesus bring you gently back to the body. Feel your awareness coming back into this moment. Heart open. And if you are ready in your heart, you don't have to say it out loud. Just say, I see me. And I celebrate me. Thank you, God. Breathe, gently open your eyes. Well, I hope you saw the great potential that you have within you. And I hope that we all live to grow that until the moment is our opportunity to celebrate this journey. That we never stop knowing we can always become greater. Say, yay, God.